y'all, this is Kara with Self-Care Toolbox. Thanks for tuning into my channel where I talk about things in terms of meeting your life goals and career goals. Today I want to talk about what is a master resume and why do you need one? So a master resume is basically what it sounds like. It is your master resume. So you're going to always tailor your resume for a job that you're applying for. A master resume is the long version. It's going to make it easier for you to apply to jobs in the future instead of just tailoring it one at a time. The first part of it is going to have your work experience. It's going to have all of your jobs, every single job you've had in order, because some places want you to show them no gaps in employment. Other places you might highlight your experience but then fill out an application for the employer that asks for all of that information, including addresses. So you want all that information in one place. Make sure and list all of your key accomplishments, duty statements, any specific software used to that job, etc. The next section, or this might be your first section depending on how long you've been out of school, is the education section. For the education section, include any colleges you went to, any degrees earned, any new certificates, relevant courses taken if you have a degree, and if you don't have the work experience necessarily for all of the things, but you've taken a class about one of the things, then definitely include that your education covers those topics. So have bullet points about specific classes that you've taken that you think will be relevant as you're going forward looking for jobs. Another section you might want to have on your resume is volunteer experience, especially if you're trying to get a job for something that you have volunteered for in the past. It's a good idea to keep a record of all of the volunteer work that you do for this reason. Also, even if you have plenty of work experience, sometimes it helps just to put the relevant experience and leave a little room for your volunteer work, because people like to see a more rounded person. They like to know that you've given to certain causes or your time or efforts to certain things. Be sure to include, just like you would for an employer, it would look exactly the same, and list all of the organizations, the times you volunteered, and maybe a bullet point about what you did at that organization, just so that you can draw upon it next time you're applying for a job, if it's either relevant to the work or to the organization, or if you want to just include a little bit more about you. Last thing you want to keep track of on your master resume is your skills. For your skills, list all of your soft and hard skills. It's going to help reflecting on the jobs that you've had and what your various duties were and what various types of software you used. I know I've had to use a lot of different kinds of software over the years. And then so when you're applying for a job and you think they might use that software or something similar, you can make sure and include it on your resume. But what will help you to remember to include it on your resume is if you keep it in your master resume. So especially, software you've used at various places, you won't use the same ones for every job you apply to, but they might still want to know if you used a certain, content management system, even if it isn't the same one, or data processing software, even if it isn't the same one. I'm going to be doing more videos on how to improve your resume. I'm also going to make a video specifically for people who are beginning just write their resume or just get out there. Maybe they haven't looked in a while and they need to spruce it up. So keep an eye out for that. One more note I want to include is master reference list. So I talked about what is a master resume and why you need one. By the way, your resume should not be longer than a page. It should be 2 pages maximum, and that is if you have a ton of experience. If you have been working for 25 years, it's acceptable to have a couple pages long resume. If you've only been working for 2 to 10 years, you really will be able to fit your stuff into a page, and that's what employers like to see. They don't want to see a long resume. They're not going to look at it. So just highlight the most important stuff, the most applicable stuff to the job, and you'll be able to do that if you have it all in place on your master resume to draw from. If you need help shortening your resume or tuning it up, I am available for coaching. You can just see the information on my profile and message me, email me, and we'll set something up. So, last but not least, have a master references list. Have a list of your key people who know you really well, personal, professional, professors, whatever the case may be. Have a list of these people, coworkers, who can speak to you and your ability and your capacity based on certain roles that you've held working with them or for them, or classes you've taken with them. because you might not want to use the same people for all the various things that you apply for. So keep a list of them, keep in contact with them, know where they are. You know, if they change jobs, make sure and update that as well. I do it in Google Drive. I think that's the easiest, but you're welcome to keep a Word document on your desktop computer as well. So yes, start your master resume if you don't have one, and then start a master reference list as well. And it's totally going to help. It's going to streamline things when you get ready to get out there and apply for a job. Even if you're happy at the moment, you want to always be adding to it. And also updating your LinkedIn, but I'll talk more about that another time as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day and got something out of this video.